So, Tracy, you like those Embiid
Those
posts?
comments
They're
were
good?
hilarious.
I didn't see it. He was like, yo, look at the comments. I didn't get to it.
Look at comments. We'll put those up for you. Again, you can check on your phone while you're watching here. But do you think that the Sixers, now that they finally beat their nemesis the last 2 or 3 years, how do you think they should feel?
Well, they should feel inspired. They should feel confident. I mean, they do arguably have the best starting five in the game. They have the best big man, I think, right now. That's the most dominant player in the game. They have a closer in Jimmy Butler. They have a guy that's a shot away from being the next LeBron James and Ben Simmons. And they have some shooting. So they should feel inspired. They were down, 16, 18 points last night against the Celtics and made a comeback to win this game. However, in a 7-game series, I still don't think they could beat Boston. I think if Marcus Smart was in this game and played the defense on Jimmy Butler at the end, they don't win. Jimmy Butler in the fourth quarter last night, two questionable shots, 2 3-pointers. It could have been differently. Now, he hit the game winner to seal the deal, but he had Kyrie on him. If Marcus Smart never have gotten ejected from that game, I think he made game-winning plays to seal a deal for the Boston Celtics.
Well, and I like what Brad Stevens said. He said he was disappointed in Marcus Smart. There's a difference when you see your players fighting, you think your players get a raw deal. There was nothing there for Marcus Smart to take himself out of a game that's important.
But do you think that was warranted of a flagrant 2?
Right. So you can start showing the video.
Like, pushing the back 100%.
Flagrant 2?
No, this is what I'm not talking about the flagrant 2. It's more of in that moment. Let's not talk about flagrant 1, flagrant 2. It's more of he doesn't belong in the game anymore. When you go and shove a person like that in the back, look, there's going to be something. Look, if the referee, but to do that right there, you got to go.
So
because that could lead to something else. That could lead to suspensions for both teams. Because if he retaliates, if all of a sudden something else goes on, if this is what you're going to do, you got to be out of the game. Fair?
So the cheap shot on the elbow with Embiid.
But that's not as bad as that.
A cheap shot is what we used to do. A little chicken wing. A little chicken wing.
That used to not even get you anything in the NBA. When you guys played, that was nothing.
Got a little chicken wing out there.
Yeah.
You can hit him with, you get him with a little butt bump.
Just retaliate.
Did you and I not sit with Kobe Bryant a month ago where he said he gave you an elbow in the back and knocked you out of the next game and got nothing for it?
Kobe should have got.
Come on. I do think if you do something like that. Look, a lot of what you guys do in these games, it's a little nip here or a tuck there that people can't see. If you are doing it in front of everybody, you deserve to get thrown out
I
just
agree.
for not being sneakier.
Embiid flopped on that play.
Agreed.
He shouldn't gotten. I mean, he should have never gotten a flagrant 2 on that push right there. It wasn't warranted of that. Yes, Marcus Smart has to be smarter than that, no pun intended. But because he's a vital part to their success.
So this gets back to what you were saying. If Marcus Smart is still in the game, the Aron Baynes thing, that's the other thing I want to bring up. So the Aron Baynes thing, the reason I mentioned that at the top, that is no small thing. I know Aron Baynes is not the first name we talk about with this deep Celtics team, but the on-off numbers when he is playing versus not and the way they defend, they're crazy pants.
Yes.
And so a grade 2 sprain is going to keep him out a while. And then we get back to seeding. It was just the other day that Kyrie Irving said, we're good wherever we ended up seated. I'm going to take a couple games off to rest for the playoffs. We end up in that 5 spot. I don't know. Aron Baynes isn't there, and they end up as a number 5 seed or maybe even lower.
But so my thing is this.
Something.
Yeah, but so my thing is this, is that the Celtics should not, I love their confidence, but they shouldn't feel that confident. Only because teams, I feel like, have seen the kind of, that there are spots in their armor that can be attacked. Right. And you can see that they're not as together as they should. Because ultimately, if you're down in a series, if you give up a home game, you guys have to be locked in. You can't be looking at other people you're going to be looking straight. So for the Celtics to be like, we're fine wherever we get in, it's like, nobody else thinks that you guys are just going to cruise through. But I think that they should feel confident about the 76ers. And I think the 76ers, part of the reason why they were so excited is they felt they got a monkey off their back.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you were still down double digits.
Right.
Baynes went out, which allowed Embiid to go off. And you lost your I just don't feel like Marcus Smart went out. So there was a lot of things that went in your favor to help you win that game.
Last second buzzer beating,
exactly.
5 seconds left shot or whatever. I don't know. You're off the ship. He jumped off the Celtics ship. He was on the Celtics who are going to win the title ship. He's jumped off of the ship.
I didn't say title. I didn't say title.
Yes.
I said that they would be the team in the East for the next 5 years.
Let me ask you a question just in terms of that little picking at players. You say other teams see that.
Yeah.
You were expert at this throughout your career. What would you do if you were playing this Celtics team in a playoff series to try to pick at what you see as some of the weaknesses or differences between them?
I would just talk a lot, but not loud. I just like, yo, man, they keep icing you. What? Like, yo, like Tatum. Dog, listen, man.
They're gonna trade you.
You want to come over here? I can't believe they talking about trading you. Listen, young fella, I think you a bad boy, man. I think, look, you're gonna have a great career. I'm not gonna be here. I'll be talking about you in the booth, but boy, you tough. Tactic. You just and then next time it's like, Marcus, man, like Terry Rozier. Terry, man, y'all was rolling last year, man. What's going on, right. Like, I don't understand, man. Like, I know Kyrie my guy, but geez. So that's what I'm saying. You do that little every little body. You just keep whispering things into their ear at the free throw line, like, yo, man, what's going on, Marcus? I think you should be like, I can't believe they starting Gordon Hayward over, man. Come on, man. What's going on? You know, that's some.
I'd like to say that I spent almost 2 decades on the sidelines watching Richard do this to people. He's really good at it.
Plant seeds. And then it's like, man, listen, man, I thought y'all were the best team, man. I can't believe we up 2-1 on y'all, man. That's tripping.
And it kicks in when things are really not going.
They're going well. It's like the seeds are there. It's like whatever.
Right.
All of a sudden things are going well. Man, see, Richard was saying this. Man, I didn't even think we had a chance to beat y'all. Right. So coach stopped playing you. Why did he take you out in the third quarter? Right? So those are the things that you can do. It doesn't have to be loud and boisterous. Is if you plant seeds, like either in the regular season or in game 1, game 2, come game 6, come game 7, those seeds start to sprout. Right? They start those doubts start to sprout. You don't have to be loud. You don't have to troll on the internet.
Right.
There are little things that you can do that can kind of poison the team. And in the playoffs,
it's ready to be poisoned.
Yeah. All things are fair.
And the ref can't say anything about that.
Right.
No.
There's no cheap shots. There's no physical act involved. It's just chirping.
Just chirping.
Well, I think the Celtics are vulnerable. I also think they're dangerous. So we'll have to see which way they fly.